Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
And already we're underway here.
That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Mbappe. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends.
And it's Mendes. Partey.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Oh, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward. Barella.
And it's Mendes. And Alexander-Arnold.
Mbappe! That's tidy.
Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Mbappe does really well to win the ball there.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Palmer. Alexander-Arnold. Gusto promptly onto that, and that is that. Vitinha.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Pressure coming in from all directions. Mbappe.
Mbappe! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Barella. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball crossfield.
That pass isn't the best. Nuno Mendes. Oh no! Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Palmer.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, really cute. What a lovely... And he shoots! And it's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Mbappe. He's had a shot! And he comes up trumps again.
Mbappe really can't believe it, foiled by the keeper again. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the keeper beats it away. Paris Saint-Germain have scored two quick goals here. And... oh, shooting chance! Oh, taken with style! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Barella. And the counter is on. And it's Palmer. Partey. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Savinho knocks it out wide. And that'll be the final action of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
We are glad to inform you that
the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And here's Lewandowski. Alexander-Arnold. That's an errant pass. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. Barella. Now Schlotterbeck. Well read, nice interception. Nuno Mendes. Koundé cuts out the pass. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Nuno Mendes.
Haaland is onto it in a flash. And it's Gusto. Savinho. And here's Haaland.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Turns back here, probably the best option. And that interception was most necessary.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Gives it back. Pass it. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Lewandowski clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And he lines up a cross. Chance! Mbappe gets it away. Ball driven towards the far post.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Paris Saint-Germain have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time. Savinho really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vitinha. That's a good ball. Driving through the middle. Takes a shot! Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Haaland demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And he's done it again. He's climbs up big. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Substitution on the field, number 26.
So, time for changes
Savinho.
on both sides, actually.
Number 11, Erling Haaland. Coming on the field, number
Nuno Mendes.
22, Bellingham.
Vardiol.
Number 9, Serveth. Substitutions taking place.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Mendes going full steam ahead down the left flank. Here's Vitinha. Tchouaméni did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Alexander-Arnold.
Paris Saint-Germain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He's cut it out.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Mbappe. And now the breakaway. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by a...
Up he goes! And somehow he managed to miss it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Tchouaméni. And it's Bellingham. And the shot's on here. It's not an especially good pass, that. That has ended up in no man's land. Strokes it back. Well read, and the danger is averted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Nuno Mendes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe battling down that right flank. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Please be reminded that drinking is only allowed in the areas shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Mbappe. Number 7, Vitinha.
So our quest to find the winner continues.
Nuno Mendes. Number 17, coming on the field. Number 21,
Kimmich.
Rodrigo. Number 8, Joe
And he's
Neves.
forced to go back.
Number 15,
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice
Number
passing.
2,
He's played it back.
Joshua Kimmich.
Joao Palhinha.
Substitution in progress.
And it's Joao Palhinha. It's Van Dijk. Bellingham. And Joao Palhinha. And it's Bellingham. He won't be happy with that one. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Kimmich. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's Bellingham. Cucurella. It's Bellingham. And it's Joao Palhinha.
João Palhinha. And it's Bellingham. And here's Neves. Tries to pass, and the shot! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
14 minutes in extra time is...
So we have a breakthrough.
Number 9.
Now how will things develop from here? Extra time reaches half-time.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of
Both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
This stadium.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Tchouaméni. Now it's Haaland. Nuno Mendes. Bellingham. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. There's the shot! They've scored! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Rodrigo. And they can counter here. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, nice touch. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that will be the final act. Magic, what a magical football match, and genuine respect all round.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everybody,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-line defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromising on that discipline.
Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Neves. Aimed beyond the defence. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Looking for the run. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Haaland. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Neves. Pressing high and with purpose. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Bellingham. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And here's Haaland, and it's Neves. Now there's a fine ball, and he was alert to it. Koundé gets it clear. Bellingham.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Nuno Mendes. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And it's João Palhinha. Bellingham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Partey. Hakimi. Partey. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Now it's Wood. Nuno Mendes.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Back into the middle. Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's Barella. Mbappe. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. João Neves. And it's Bellingham. Out to the left it goes. Real chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Keeper has taken decisive action. It's gone for a throw-in. Mbappe. João Neves. It's Bellingham. João Palhinha. Knocks it into space. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Partey. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Please turn your attention
Any
to the
opinion you'd
screen
like to
for
express on the first half?
information provided by
Well,
the
simply
local
put,
police.
Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Shot could be on. Big header! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
In with the challenge. Wood being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he has been fouled there.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field is number 20, Mason Greenwood.
Cucurella.
Substitution in progress.
And it's Kimmich. Oh, they continue each to cancel the other out. Now it's Greenwood! He has done it! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Number 20.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Decent chance! Nicely spread. Crosses it in here. And now they can clear their lines. Haaland. No, again there's no way through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. João Neves. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Paris Saint-Germain are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
João Neves. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Hakimi. And it's Hakimi. Oh, that's superb.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
João Palhinha. Palmer did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Cucurella. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Koundé cuts out the pass. Paris Saint-Germain are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Good ball over the top. Palmer. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And here's Mbappe.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That is lovely. Cucurella proves just a little bit too strong. And that is as far as it goes. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Just a quick announcement, it is now time
After
for our
all of that,
special
Jim,
lottery.
what are you thinking?
Please grab the
Well, there's
tickets
no
you were given
shortage of
when you were
effort and
walking through the
commitment from
gates.
them. They were just undone by that second-half goal.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.